And welcome back to episode 10 of Pilates Flows at Atlantis, a series where I'll demonstrate and give you the tools to do the sequences that I post on my Instagram. Now let's get started. So in today's episode, we'll be doing an advanced sequence that I posted to my Instagram about a week and a half ago. Now in that series, we did 5 different exercises on the reformer. We did 2 different lunge variations, we did 2 different plank variations, and we did 1 knee extension variation. Now let's get the reformer set up. First, we'll put on 1 blue spring. Then we'll grab the box and put it on sideways in front of the shoulder blocks, making sure that it's pressed tight. Then come onto the reformer, bring your hands to the box, step your left foot up onto the box, and then bring your right toes back onto the foot bar. For our first lunge variation, we'll slowly carriage out, bending our front knee to 90 degrees as you reach your arms overhead. Press down through your front heel and straighten your front leg as you carriage back in, tightening your abs as you come all the way back up to stand. For our first plank variation, we'll bring both hands down to the box, both feet back onto the foot bar. Bring your head, hips, and heels all into one line. Carefully carriage out from the shoulders, going out as far as you can while maintaining your plank. Then exhaling and tightening the abs as you bring your arms back underneath your shoulders. For our twisting knee extension, we'll start with your left foot on the box, right foot back onto the foot bar. Right hand will be down on the box in line with your foot, and your left hand up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, carefully straighten out your front leg, pushing the carriage out further. And on your exhale, tighten the abs and squeeze the hamstrings to pull your ankle back under your knee. For our second lunge variation, we'll start with both knees bent at 90 degrees, arms out wide. To perform the move, you'll carefully straighten out your right leg, keeping your left knee bent at 90 degrees as you reach your arms forward. Then bend your right leg to carefully carriage back in, again keeping the front knee bent at 90 degrees the entire time. Keep your focus on one point in front of you and your abdominals tight through the entire move. For our second plank variation, we'll start with carriage all the way in, both feet back onto the foot bar, both hands on the box underneath the shoulders. To perform the move, carefully press the carriage out, coming into your full plank, bringing your head, hips, and heels into one line before bending at the knees and hips and bringing the carriage all the way back in. Our last move will be the twisting knee extension. Again, start with your left foot on the box, your right foot back onto the foot bar, your right hand down on the box in line with your foot, and your left hand up to the ceiling. Carefully straighten out the front leg, keeping the abdominals tight, and then engage through the hamstring to pull the carriage back underneath. Alright, and that'll be it for today's episode. Now remember, for that first lunge variation, we started on the box with our left foot. Our right toes were back onto that foot bar, both legs straight at full standing. Then to perform the move, we carefully carriaged out and bent our front knee, our left knee, into a 90-degree angle, going all the way out to that nice deep lunge before carefully straightening that front leg all the way out, coming back up to stand. Then we came into our plank. We brought both hands down onto the box, both feet came back onto the foot bar. We got all the way out into our full plank, and then we were carriaging in and out from our shoulders, carefully extending out as much as you could before bringing your hands back under your shoulders. Remembering to keep the core tight, the glutes and legs engaged so that we weren't arching and going into our low back. Then for that knee extension, we brought our left foot forward back onto the box. We kept our right hand down on the box, We reach our left arm up to the ceiling, coming into that big twist, and we press all the way out to a straight right leg. Then to perform the move there, we carefully straighten that left knee out as much as you could, and then bent that left knee back, bringing the ankle back under the knee. Then we came back into our second lunge variation. This time we started in a modified lunge with our front knee bent at full 90 and our back knee also bent at 90. This time the action was on the right leg, carriaging out and in while we kept our left knee bent at 90 that entire time, slowly opening the arms and bringing the arms back together. Then we came into our second plank variation. Again, hands back on the box, both feet on the foot bar. This time we were carriaging in and out from our hips and knees, keeping our shoulders stacked right over our wrists the entire time. Again, being mindful to keep that core engaged and glutes engaged so that we weren't arching and going into our low back before coming back into that same knee extension variation that we did. Now that will be it for today. If you learned something or if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.